Welcome back to Rule Yourself Radio. I'm continuing with my review of the Bespeak blog series. We're on video 3 called Feelings? The original series was just me documenting what my addictive voice was saying to me and how I was able to ignore it. If this is a concept that comes from Jack Shrimpy's work, Rational Recovery. Link in the description. The first thing I want to preface this video with is by saying, rule number 1, always go toward the pain. You can bear it and you'll be better for it. Go toward the pain. You think your desire is causing the pain, but remember, you don't have desire. You made the big plan to quit. It's the addiction that has the desire. The addiction is inflicting pain on you, trying to get what it wants. It's trying to strong-arm you with feelings.
But not all feelings are equal. Some feelings you need to immerse yourself into in order to sort of move past them and really feel what's going on in order to get them to transform and dissipate and leave. You kind of need to invite them to tea and ask them to tell you more and get curious about them and even thank them for the message they have to bring you in order to get them to dissolve and move forward. But I can tell you that you can safely ignore the beast's feelings. The beast feelings they're not like honest feelings. They're a tool to get what it wants. The beast is not a child who deserves to be nurtured and understood or even humored. The beast is an enemy who will do anything to get what it wants. Another fix forever until your dying breath. It's never enough. So you can safely ignore those feelings, deprive them of attention, and they'll go away.
You have to be willing to endure the flame. But this pain is not destructive the way a flame would be to your skin. This pain is constructive. This pain gives you power. Hold your hand to the fire, figuratively.
They did an experiment in the 70s called the marshmallow experiment, where they would give kids a marshmallow and tell them if they waited 10 minutes to eat this marshmallow, they would be given a second marshmallow. And then they would leave the room to see what would happen. And they found out that the kids who were able to wait for that second marshmallow had better academic outcomes. They had better jobs, they had better pay. So they had better outcomes later on in life than the ones that couldn't wait for the second marshmallow. That's called delayed gratification. But I wanted to talk to you about the things that they did to distract themselves so that they could wait. They use these techniques. None of them that were able to wait would look at the marshmallow. None of them would gaze at the marshmallow. They would sing or they would play with toys in the other room. But
I just want to remind you that the things you do to distract yourself, with the exception of maybe taking a warm bath or a nap or talking to someone, will not live up to the pleasure you're sidestepping. You can't expect knitting a sweater to give you the same dopamine as an addictive drug does. So don't look for that. You just need to be engaged enough to pass some time. We're just biding our time, treading water, waiting for the craving to ease up and the resolve for our vow to return.
in the same way, we have to divert our gaze from the beast's feelings. By diving into the feelings, you're only giving the beast hope that it's working, that his manipulations will eventually be successful, and in that he gets more power. Or should I say it gets more power. So essentially we need to avert our gaze. So shift your gaze from the beast trick and find something else to do. Feelings will be gone sooner rather than later. But even if they lasted forever, your vow is never. So no matter what happens, you still have to live up to your vow and fulfill your promises to never again engage. And the more you ignore the beast's illegitimate feelings, the quicker you'll prevail. Just like an animal that's faced with a more powerful force, it will whimper and crawl away.
The addictive voice is a bully. The only thing you can do with a bully is stand your ground. The only thing the bully wants to do is harm you for his own pleasure. He gets pleasure by harming you. He abuses your body for unearned artificial highs. The addictive voice could be called the abusive voice. Maybe that's what I'll call it if Jack Trimpey ever comes for me for using his trademark AVRT. Abusive Voice Clarification Technique, AVCT. But seriously, guys, buy his books. They're available on eBay.
So you don't even have to acknowledge those feelings. They can safely be ignored. Okay, guys, that's all I have for you this week. Please come back and join me for another Bespeak blog and more AVRT content. Thank you.
Okay, that was my review of the third Bespeak blog. If you enjoyed this, please look for my other Bespeak blogs in the series. I'll link it in the description. You can go find all 72 episodes. And then subscribe so you don't lose me. This is my 6th installment of the new series, Rule Yourself Radio. Please check it out. It's more expansive self-help topics, like they include how I applied addictive voice recognition technique to diet and my housework. Thank you. See you again soon.